Oh, welcome back. Maybe. Come on, my crystal. There we go. The crystal's connected. Oh, so let's go. What's this? Journal of Søren Eriksson, Wildlife Scholar, and my duty to document all living creatures of Skyrim, the long-lost unicorn has never been far from my mind. It is said that long ago the very last of its kind was sacrificed to Hilsin. However, rumors of such sightings in Tambria have surfaced in recent times. Indeed, while these claims echo mostly from taverns in the late hours, one can wonder at the validity of such claims. I can't go to habits of mud crabs and rabbits long enough. This old man is quite ready for something a little more interesting. I have spoken with several hunters who swear by the divines that they have seen a unicorn during their travels. All have tried to approach it for a closer look or take it as a prize, but have evaded them all. Oops. I continue my research with skepticism. If this is indeed true, how could this be? Was the last unicorn not truly the last, or is there someone else forced to work? While studying the mating habits of salmon is certainly enlightening, I have become quite obsessed with my pursuit of the elusive unicorn. I spoke with a hostler who said that during one of his horse-taming expeditions he too saw something that closely resembled the fabled unicorn. Though he was unsure, he is a man of great integrity, so I took his word in good faith. I decided then to speak with Teltuc at the College of Winterhold. Being a wise man with deep knowledge of such things, I hoped he might have some insight. I was correct in my assumption. According to Teltuc, the Sigic Order have appeared from time to time throughout history to assist with situations they believe are extremely important. While he cannot personally say for certain, he believes they may have intervened after the last unicorn was sacrificed, transporting the nullified with time in order to set right what they believed was a wrongdoing. I am more motivated than ever to see this creature with my own two eyes. The last sighting of the unicorn was rumored to be in a dense forest area near Riften. As old as I am, an energy filled my bones that I haven't felt since I was a young man. I hiked up the ridge of the mountains there, and set up a very small camp. I was cautious to not set any fires or make much noise, lest I scare it away. After waiting 2 nights through the morning's early fog, I finally saw the majestic creature for the first time. I still cannot believe my own 2 eyes. It lingered long enough for me to see it clearly, its brilliant coat and distinct horns shimmering in the morning light. I watched its movements for nearly 30 minutes. Enough time to draw a rough depiction for my library. This is almost the crowning achievement of my scholarly life. I decided to turn this information over to the College of Winterhold rather than publish it to the general population. I'd like to ensure this creature remained protected, and I believe they are most capable of such a task. You protected that book very well.
I'm not one for commendations, but I might have lost everything that matters, so thanks.
Well, actually, I'm looking for an Elder Scroll. Oh yeah, what about that page of Shadow's work I gave you? You translated it yet?
We were able to figure out the last text you brought in. I thought the least I could do is pass the knowledge along.
Thank you. I am looking for an Elder Scroll, though.
And what do you plan to do with it? Do you even know what you're asking about?
Tell me more. Of course I do. I've already got one. You may not see my friend over there, the one strapped to her back. Now, do you have one?
You think that even if I did have one here, I would let you see it? It would be kept under the highest security. The greatest thief in the world wouldn't be able to lay a finger on it.
Tell that to the bloody white gold tower. Now, you'll at least have any information on one. I need to find one who was told you could help, yes.
I don't know who told you that, but I'll do what I can. What we do have are plenty of books. I'll bring everything we have on them, but it's not much. So don't get your hopes up. It's mostly lies, leavened with rumor and conjecture.
Okay, thank you very much.
Until next time.
Nothing, I was just looking at you.
What's this?
Here you go. Try not to spill anything on them.
Oh dear, here we go. It is widely known among scholars that the Elder Scrolls entail a certain hazard in novel reading. The mechanisms of the effect has, at present, been largely unknown. Theories of hidden knowledge and divine retribution were the subject of idle speculation and little investigation. I, Justinius Paulunius, have undertaken to thoroughly document the ailments afflicted by the Elder Scrolls of the readers, though a unified theory of how they manifest continues to elude me, and remains a subject for future study. I have grouped their effects into 4, finding that the avenue of experience depends largely upon the mind of a reader. If this is unclear, I hope that the proper dictatomy will lay it plain. The first group, the knives, for one who have received no training in the history or nature of the Elder Scrolls, the scroll itself is ineffectively inert. No prophecy can be scribed, nor knowledge obtained. While the scroll will not impart learning to the uninformed, nor will it afflict them in any adverse fashion. Visually, the scroll will appear to be awash in odd letters and symbols. Those who know their astronomy often claim to recognize constellations in the patterns and connections, but such conjectures are impossible to further investigate, since the very nature of the study necessitates unlearned subjects. The unguarded intellects is a second group. The unguarded intellects. It is this second group that realizes the greatest danger from attempting to read the scrolls. These are the subjects who have an understanding of the nature of Elder Scrolls and possess sufficient knowledge to actually read what is inscribed there. They have not, however, developed adequate discipline to stave off the mind-shattering effect of having a glimpse of infinity. These unfortunate souls are struck immediately, irrevocably, and completely blind. Such is the price for overreaching one's faculties. It bears mentioning, though, that with the blindness also comes a fragment of that hidden knowledge. Whether the past, future, or the deep natures of beings dependent on the individual and their place in the greater spheres. But the knowledge does come. The third group, mediated understanding. Alone in Tamriel, it would appear that only the cult ancestor Moth has discovered the discipline to properly guard one's mind when reading the scrolls. The novitiates must undergo the most rigorous mental cultivation, and they are often spend a decade or more at the monastery before being allowed to read their first Elder Scroll. The monks say this is for the initiate's own protection, as they must have witnessed many unguarded intellects among their more eager ranks. With appropriate fortitude, these readers also will receive blindness, though at a far less magnitude than the unguarded. Their vision fogs slightly, but they retain shape, color, and enough acuity to continue to read mundane texts. The knowledge they gain from the scroll is also tempered somewhat. It requires stages of meditation and reflection to fully appreciate and express what one saw. Group the fourth, illuminated understanding. Between the previous group and this one exists a continuum that has, at present, only been traversed by the monks of the ancestor Moth. With continued readings, the monks become gradually more and more blind and receive greater and more detailed knowledge. As they spend their waking hours pondering their revelations, they also receive a further degree of mental fortitude. There is for every monk a day of penultimate reading, when the only knowledge the Elder Scroll imparts is that the monk's next reading shall be his last. For each monk, the penultimate reading comes at a different and unknowable time. Preliminary work has been done to predict the occurrence by charting the severity of the individual monk's blindness, but all who reach the later stages report that the increase in blindness seems to taper with increased readings. Some pose the notion that some other unseen sense is in fact continuing to diminish at this upper range, but I shall leave such postulations to philosophers. To prepare for his ultimate reading, a monk typically withdraws to seclusion in order to reflect upon the lifetime revelations and appoint his mind for the reception of his last. Upon his final reading, he is forever blinded, as sure as those unguarded ones who race to knowledge. The illuminated one, though, has retained his understanding over a lifetime and typically possesses a more integral notion of what has been revealed to him. It is hoped that this catalogue will prove useful to those who wish further mortal understanding of Elder Scrolls. The mock priests remain aloof about these matters, taking gradual debilitation that comes with reading as a point of parade. May this serve as a useful starting point for those hoping to take up such study. Dedicated Astius Mitchum, 4th of last seed in the 126th year of second year. Illuminations on the Elder Scrolls by Septimus Sickness, College of Winterhold. Oh dear God, I need to think of what before I go on with this. Oh, here we go. Here goes insanity. Imagine living beneath the waves with a strong-sighted blessing of the most excellent fabric. Holding the fabric over your gills, you will begin to breathe drink its warp and weft. Though the plant matter and fibers imbue your soul, the wretched plankton would pollute the cloth until it stank to the heavens of prophecy. This is one manner in which the scrolls first come to pass. But are we the sea, or the breather, or the fabric? Or are we the breath itself? Can we flow through the scrolls as knowledge flows through, and being the water, or are we the stuck morasses of sea filth that gathers on the edge? Imagine again, this time but different, a bird caressed in the wind is lifted by a gust, and down by a stone, but the stone can go above if the bird is upside down. Where then did the gust come from, and what direction? Did the gods send either, or has a bird decreed their presence by her own mind-making? The outside of the scrolls makes a turning of the mind such that the relative positions are absolute in the primacy. I ask you again to imagine for me. This time you are beneath the ground. An acorn planted by some well-meaning elf maiden of the woodlands for her pleasure. You wish to grow, but fear what you may become, so you push off the water, the dirt, the sun, to stay in your hole. But it is in this very pushing that you become a tree in spite of yourself. How did that happen? The acorn's a kind of tree egg in this instance, and the knowledge is water and sun. And we are the chicken inside the egg, but also the dirt. The knowledge from the skull we push against to become fully sighted ourselves. One final imagining before your mind closes from the shock of ever knowing. You are now a flame burning bright blue within a vast emptiness. In time you see your brothers and sisters burning of their own in the distance and alongside you, along your side. I see a pinpoint, a constellation of memories, each burns bright and then flickers, then two more take its place, but not forever, lest the void fill with rancid light that sucks the thought. Each of our minds is actually the emptiness, and the learners of the scrolls are the pinpoints. Without their stabbing light, my consciousness would be as of nothing. Unknowing is emptiness, as a void is unknowing itself. But the burners are dangerous, and must be carefully tended and minded and brought to themselves and spread to their siblings. Okay, so let's go over that. So this one, he isn't quite sure how the energy will go himself, by the looks of it. Ah, yes. So, it's holding the fabric over the gills of a fish, and it catches the plankton as it on the cloth, so it can breathe the air. That is, or breathe the sea for air. Yes, that's how you fish breathe. And he's wondering what we are in this analogy. He himself wonders what we are in this analogy. Is the knowledge the plankton caught in the fabric, and we are just the fabric, and the fish is breathing the knowledge into us as an Elder Scroll? Yes, so the fish is the Elder Scroll breathing the knowledge in, and we are just catching the knowledge as it passes through. That is somewhat roughly what I see him saying. But as a fabric, we can only hold so much, so breathing in too much, which makes us blind. Because then we can see nothing out of it. Yes, that is a sort of analogy he's going for there. Maybe. This one, the bird, crest in the wind, is lifted by a gust and down storm, but the storm can come from above if the bird is upside down. So basically what it's saying is all perspective. The information you get is perspective, only unique to yourself because you have your own perspective on how things go. But it also affects other things. Your perspective might give you a different viewpoint on the prophecy, but it also gives you a different viewpoint on how things go on in the way up to it. So can you see with your perspective what did it? So if let's say the prophecy said the stone's coming from above or coming from below, and you're upside down, the stone will come from below you. Yes, but if it says the stone's coming from below and you turn upside down to look down, which was above you before, but is actually down by gravity, then you'll miss the stone because you're looking the wrong fucking way. If you know you're upside down, you turn the right way up to look down and see where the stone's coming from. Down is not down to the ground. Down at that point is down from your point, which is beneath you, which would be up into the sky. So by looking down, you're actually looking up and you miss the stone. Yes? So this makes sense. So in this analogy, you're missing the point of the prophecy because it's giving you the prophecy from your current viewpoint, and you're trying to look at the viewpoint from a different way, and then it fucks you up. The all sight of the scrolls makes the turning of the mind such that the relative positions are absolute in the primacy. Yes, that's basically what he said now. And then, this in the ground is an acorn. What he's saying is, if you try to fight the prophecy, you might end up making it happen, which is relative to what he said just before about how your viewpoint might be skewed. So what you're seeing is from a skewed viewpoint and you might not understand what's going on, so the fact that you fight it is what's causing you to make the prophecy come close. This is kind of relevant to Serrano right now, to be honest with you. Okay. And this is another final warning, which is why you go blind. He's basically saying is because imagine your mind has been a vast emptiness and the flames been knowledge you get. If you keep getting too much knowledge, it fills up your vision and you can only see light and you can't see what's beyond. So you need to be careful how much you can take in. Yes? Well, we should be fine. We're only going to read one once, hopefully. Hopefully. Yes. That is the understanding I came to from that book, though. If you got some other different viewpoint, please feel free to say, but that's how I understand what that book said. Can I borrow this journal? I am your Archmage anyway.
Archmage or not, my rules about books still stand.
This Romanization book is quite wonderful, actually.
Aye, that's the work of Septimus Signus. He's the world's master of the nature of Elder Scrolls, but, well, he's been gone for a long while. Too long.
Where did he go?
Somewhere up north, in the ice fields. He said he found some old Dwemer artifact, but well, that was years ago. Haven't heard from him since.
What? I'm going to go look for him. Thank you for your help. Is it weird that I understood Septimus? No, it's just Septimus is easy to understand. It's just fools that don't understand him, because you're foolish, yes. Yes, there's nothing wrong with understanding Septimus. He is a polite man by the sounds of it, so yes. Yes, it is quite nice. You'd think all the snow block out the sun so I don't get damaged by it, but no. Yes. I'm sorry about that, Zoe. If you ever need any help, just let me know, okay? I've been through a lot as well, all these backstabbing Nordic bastards. Yes! It is actually kind of funny that they're all backstabbing bastards. No, he sent to the north, but first we have to get down. Oh, pardon me. First we have to get down there. And then we can head north. Unless of course you feel like jumping off a cliff, you know. Oh, sorry. Oh, thank you. See, I told you, stepping into that. Using those focal points to clean them out, I could gather some extra energy, so now I can cast spells in the day and find running out. Hey! Pity it's only short-lived, but hey ho. Heading off then. My piece are back here. Skurma, I'm not gonna hurt you, I am just walking through. See? No harm done. See that boots of water walking the heart will come in handy. I'll keep going north, and we're sure to find something eventually. That's the boat. Maybe that's him. Oh, okay, there's a boat up here. Oh, okay. Hello? Hello? Hello, how are you? You're Septimus.
Dig, Dwemer in the beyond. I'll know your lost unknown and rise to your depths.
What brings you to this remote place?
Ah, the ice entombs the heart. The bane of Kagranak and Degother. To harness it is to know the fundaments. The Dwemer lockbox hides it from me. The Elder Scroll gives insight deeper than the deep ones, though, to bring about the opening.
You have an Elder Scroll here?
I have seen enough to know their fabric, the warp of air, the weft of time. But no, it is not in my possession.
So where is the scroll?
Here. Well, here as in this plain. Mundus, Tamriel, nearby. Relatively speaking. On the cosmological scale, well, it's all nearby.
Can you help me get another scroll or not?
One block lifts the other. Septimus will give what you want, but you must bring him something in return.
So you want to trade? What do you want to trade?
You see this masterwork of the Dwemer? deep inside their greatest knowings. Septimus is clever among men, but he is but an idiot child compared to the dullest of the Dwemer. Lucky then they left behind their own way of reading the Elder Scrolls. In the depths of Black Reach, one yet lies. Have you heard of Black Reach? Cast upon where Drimmer City slept, the yearning spire hidden learnings kept.
Where's this Black Witch?
Under deep, below the dark, the hidden keep, Tower Mzark. Oftan, the point of puncture, of first entry of the tapping. Delve to its limits, and Black Reach lies just beyond. But not all can enter there. Only Septimus knows the hidden key to loose the lock, to jump beneath the deathly rock.
Okay, so how do I get in?
Two things I have for you. Two shapes. One edged, one round. The round one for two. Clever music is soft and needed to open their cleverest gates. The edged lexicon for inscribing. To us, a hunk of metal. To the Dwemer, a full library of knowings, but empty. Find Mzark and its sky dome. The machinations there will read the scroll and lay the lore upon the cube. Trust Septimus. He knows you can know.
Okay, fair enough. I'll go get your knowledge.
Of course.
Ah yes, of course, there'll be no bother, Syrian. It's not that hard. Oh. Oh, where am I going? Uh-oh. I don't remember how I got in here now. Oh, that's where the Septimus' place. We'll go back there to see Septimus. And we'll walk out where I got from here. No, this is not Septimus' place. Okay, so where am I? Is that Septimus' rock? Okay. Oh, iceberg that is hiding in. Nope. What? So, what the fuck am I? Oh, I just hit my head against something. I get the feeling I can't go that way. Ow. Ow, that hurt. Let's try going this way. There's some mountains in the distance. Let's go towards them. Hope you don't mind the swim, sorry. What the hell did I swim? Ugh, okay. It's alright for me, because I'm a vampire, I don't feel the cold. Okay, there's a landmass there. There we go. Found land. I have absolutely no idea where I am, but oh, you caught up, silly. Nice. I hope Savannah is just as easy to catch up. I have no idea where I got this, silly. I know where you are, and I know where I am, I just don't know where the rest of the fucking world is. See, I'm not lost, I know exactly where we are. We are here. Yes, I could be no one. Wait! Another ship. Oh, hello though. I really new bandit chief in charge of this place. They might have more wards, don't mind them. Thank you, I appreciate when somebody appreciates my jokes. Ah, right, so.
Serious talk.
What's up?
Speaking of which, see you.
Okay. So what was the serious talk you had coming? Fucking wizard, and I don't know where I am. Let's just keep heading in this direction, maybe I'll find something.
That was horrible.
Okay. There's the more of doing my helmet just hidden under the tree. If I look into armor, that explains why the armor looks so much like the machines. Oh, what's that go there? What's this?
It'll be good to get out of the sun for a while.
Oh, yes, it will, but what's in here?
Where'd you come from? Who's there?
Oh, actually there are some good souls to charge my balls with. It's a pain in the ass trying to recharge your balls all the time. Sorry, I want to get out.
I knew I heard something.
You can see I want to protect play. Not at all. Okay. Ugly my dogs. Ugly my dogs. Ugly my dogs. So they're both later there. And this one later then. Okay, we'll take that. And then we're on our way, yes. Oh, so we found a nice ice cave with tools on it, and yeah. Ouch. Well, at least it's not